Hi, I'm Jackie Van Ruler, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the number one thing you can do to improve almost any skin condition. Whether you're looking to decrease the effects of aging, decrease acne, improve just your skin tone, color, hydration, decrease psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, blackheads, whiteheads, any of those things, what you really need is more flow through your neck. And when I say flow, I particularly mean lymph flow. What happens in our neck is our necks get very tense and tight, right? We hold a lot of stress there and we have our shoulders up to here and our necks out like this. We have this constant tension in our neck and shoulders. And what our body does is when we have this constant tension and when we're holding our shoulders up here and our neck out here, is our body's like, I'm going to help you hold your body in that position. What happens is that your fascia, your connective tissue, forms these little adhesions, and these adhesions help to hold your body in that position. So what we're going to do today is help to decrease those adhesions or pull those adhesions apart. We're actually going to do little stretching techniques to do that. And what that does is that allows flow and lymph to move more easily. Now, when your lymph gets stuck or stagnant, it's actually inflammation in your face. You're more likely to age faster, get acne, get redness, get jowls. All those things that you don't like about your face are usually happen because of a lack of flow. So I'm going to get started with the Muakate Jasper Massage Stone. Some people call these gua sha stones. These are, they can be called a gua sha stone, of course, but gua sha means to scrape and then to pull up blood. So in Chinese medicine, when they use gua sha, they're doing these like really intense scrapey back and forth motions, and the intent is to pull up blood, decrease blood stagnation in your body. When we're working on the chest, neck, and face, that's not our goal. Our goal is to be much more gentle, and so I tend to call it a massage stone instead of a gua sha. So we're going to start with this little serrated edge right here, and we're going to start on our chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this slight stretching motion, and you would think that stretching on your skin is going to be really bad for it, right? We don't want to stretch our skin. It's going to cause more wrinkles, blah, blah, blah. But what it's actually going to do is break up those little pieces of stagnation, those little areas where that fascia is stuck together. So you're going to start by this. I'm going to hold my chest here and just support it, taking this edge of the stone. I'm pushing in and pulling out at the same time, working directly under my clavicle. Doing gentle motion here, and all the way out to the shoulder. I'm going to do that like 3 or 4 times. If you don't have one of these stones, they are available on my website. Many people ask about, well, why can't I just get a $25 gua sha stone off of Amazon? And the reason why is that a lot of those stones were not made to reduce fascial adhesions. They were made to use with products, with oils, and to have a gliding effect on the skin. In this situation, I don't want a gliding effect because I want to break up those adhesions. So I do want a good high quality stone, and this is one of the best ones that I can recommend. Next, we're going to use a slightly pointed edge here. And we're going to go up above the clavicle, right in this area. We're going to use a little less pressure in here because this is a softer area of your skin. There aren't as much muscle underneath of there as there is here in this chest area. We get a lot of tension and stuff in that pec muscle. Here's where this whole triangular area is where all of your lymph from your face and your neck drains into. So we're just going to go a little bit more gentle. I'm still going to support the skin and do that slight stretching motion. Now you might feel yourself swallowing as you're doing this. That's a really good sign that you're getting some movement, some flow through your face, through your neck. And once you've done that a few times, then you're going to take this curved edge here and go up the neck, again supporting it as you go. I like to just move right over the jawline. And what you're doing while you're doing this is that you're just breaking up those fascial adhesions. Getting good, high-quality neck massages on a regular basis might be the best thing that you can do for your beauty routine. And when you can't get them regularly, working your neck on a daily basis or at least 3 or 4 times a week is really amazing. And you can see just from doing what I've done so far, notice that my jawline is more sculpted than the side. Next, I'm going to use this pointed edge again. I'm going to get this area right in my shoulders. You probably can't see what I'm doing here. Try and do it with the other hand. So working in this whole shoulder area. So many of us carry a ton of tension in this neck and shoulders. So really working to work that out. And working up the side of the neck. And then I like to take this pointed edge again and work underneath the jawline. Again, supporting the skin as you're working. If you're feeling yourself swallowing, that's a good thing. It means you're getting things moving and flowing. So something you can do daily because you're just going to build up that tension throughout the day in your neck and shoulders. So you can work it out daily. And then you can finish off that by doing some really gentle downward motions here. And when you get to this part, you can do little pumping motions. The pumping is super lightweight. You can even come here in this lymphatic drainage passageway. When I'm doing these pumping motions, I'm barely using any weight because lymph is very superficial. You can even come up around the ears. Again, I'm just really barely using the weight of my thumb. I have the whole tool against my face, just gently pulling in a downward motion. You can see that this side is already a little bit more sculpted. So now I'm going to work the other side. And when I'm working the other side, I just like to get here right in the center of the chest as well. Working out any tension right in there. Again, just supporting. And coming over here and working underneath the clavicle. A lot of people who have acne, this is really going to be super helpful. Because acne is caused when you have so much tension that your lymph can't move past that tension. And then you build up inflammation. Next, we're going to take that more pointy edge right above the clavicle. Taking some deep breaths and just taking your time with this. This should feel really good. It should be an amazing little self-care practice for you. Now notice that on my neck, I have a little bit of a breakout like right in here. I don't usually get those, and so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to clear out that breakout. Usually breakouts right in this area of the neck are an indication of some lymph stagnation. And I know that I've been a little bit less religious about doing this than I usually am. And so I'm going to just take that extra time to work some of that stagnation out. A lot of people tend to get breakouts right in this area of their neck. If you are having breakouts, you can avoid working directly over the areas of the breakout if they are getting irritated. But if they're not, you can work directly over them. I'm going to come up and do the back of the neck. The back of the neck is so important for working out the front of the neck. You can just work all the way up to the occiput there. And I just always like working the front of the neck too. It's working gently. Enjoying the way it feels. It should never hurt or feel uncomfortable. You can even come up over the chin if you like. And working underneath the jawline again. In my Give Yourself a Facelift program, I just continue these techniques all the way up the face and help you with things like jowls, smoker's lines, boosting up the cheekbones, forehead lines, and all of those types of things. But we can come back in here now and do some lymphatic drainage techniques. So pumping. Again, I'm really only using the weight of my finger here to do this. Taking some deep breaths. Then coming up beside the ear. Some nice pumping motions. And then I'm going to show you some spots on your face that you can work to reduce shoulder and neck tension, to keep those passageways nice and open. And then we're going to follow that up with the lymphatic drainage protocol. So I'm just going to put a little headband on here just to get my hair out of the way, because we're going to show you the neck and shoulder points are right here in the corners of the forehead. So in that little V spot where the ends of the forehead are, right here on the inner brows, and then right at the top of the ears where the ear is attached to the face. So these are all areas you're going to want to work and feel for extra areas of congestion or stagnation. I'm going to start right up here in this corner. And I'm just doing little circles in the area just to release any shoulder tension. I'm feeling for lumps and bumps or places that feel particularly tender. It's been a little lumpy and bumpy right here. But as I'm sitting here right now, I'm feeling my shoulder tension mostly in my left shoulder. And this would be more coordinated with my right. Same side. I'm going to go to that point on the ear where the ear attaches to the face. If this feels particularly stuck or stagnant, or this just feels really good to massage this, you can also go into the hairline right in here and see if that doesn't feel good as well. For me, I didn't notice a huge amount of stagnation there, so then I'm going to check this spot right in here. And in here, I'm definitely feeling a little bit more, so I'm going to work that a little bit more thoroughly. You're just going to want to work whatever feels best for you. Just reducing shoulder and neck tension will allow that fluid to move more easily, to reduce inflammation, keep your skin glowing and healthy. And I'm going to try that on the other side. So I'm going to start in here in this corner. And I can already feel a lot more lumps and bumps on this side of my face than I did on my right. And like I said, I just felt like I was already having a little bit more shoulder tension than I did on the other side. And even as I'm working it, I'm just kind of feeling that actually start to fade away. I feel this spot right here feels in particularly zingy. On my other side, I barely felt anything at all. A few little tiny spots, and this one's feeling quite a bit more zingy, so I'm just spending extra time in here. You're going to work whichever side you feel the most of. I like to do circles, but here I'm just kind of feeling like more like doing a back and forth motion. Really whatever feels good for you. This is the detector. It has a blunt point or kind of a circular point there that helps to get and feel those little areas of weak or tenderness and zinginess. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot here, more than I expected. Then I'm going to go to that point on the top of my ear where the ear attaches to the face. And here I'm really not feeling anything. So in all the areas of your body where you have different reflex zones, it's where you feel it. Where you feel the most stuck or tender or tense or zingy, that's going to be the most helpful for you. Feeling a little bit in here. But for me, out of all the spots, I definitely felt it the most in there. So I know that over the next few days, that's the area that I'm going to want to work a little bit more to help reduce some of that shoulder tension. And I would say that going into this video, my shoulder tension probably felt, and just kind of a zinginess in there felt probably like a 5, and I'd say it's down to like maybe a 1 or a 2 right now. So I'm going to continue to work that probably a little bit more later on today and tomorrow. But next I'm going to show you the lymphatic drainage protocol. And this is going to be the final thing that's going to help to improve that lymph flow through the neck and shoulders, but also everywhere in your body. So I'm going to start with the detector and coming back and forth here in this little circular area by the eye. We want to go back and forth about 20 times. So 1, and what this is doing is this area is activating the lymph nodes in your armpits. So as you're activating these lymph nodes, you're helping them to work better, perform their job better, detoxify and clean your body from the inside out. I'm really bad about keeping track of how many times I'm doing this, especially when I'm talking, so I'm just going to guesstimate as to how many times I've actually done it. So working the nose is activating the lymph nodes in your whole chest and thoracic cavity and abdomen. I'm going to take some deep breaths while you're doing this. This should feel really good. Then working around your nostrils, this is activating the lymph nodes of your groin. This is something that you can do even if you've had lymph nodes removed or you have lymphedema, because this activates the lymphatic system through the nervous system. If you are having acne, things like that, this is something you could do daily. It'd be a really good idea to do that. If you want to prevent aging, also a great way to prevent those effects of aging. Up and down the smile lines. This is activating the lymph nodes in your legs and knees. Go back and forth again those 20 times. This lymphatic drainage protocol is wonderful to do if you feel yourself getting sick, you feel a cold coming on, anything like that, because your lymph carries white blood cells to fight infections, viruses, anything like that. As you can see, like just from the beginning of this video to now, you can see how much brighter my skin has gotten. It's just from allowing that lymph to flow. Lymph just takes out all the stuff that's not supposed to be between your skin cells, so your skin gets this beautiful glow that comes from within. So just working across the chin. This is getting the lymph nodes in your feet and ankles. And then we're going to finish off by working around the ears. So from where the top of the ear attaches to the face, to the bottom of the ears, and just doing circles all the way around. And working around the ear then activates the lymph nodes in your neck and face, allowing those to flow freely. And particularly right in front of your ears is a lymphatic drainage passageway. So opening that up is really going to improve the flow of lymph. I'm going to take some deep breaths. Just really enjoy how this feels. It should always be enjoyable. It should never hurt. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. You can always do this with further massage techniques going up your face. You can add the shoulders and the lymphatic drainage protocol to any other facial reflexology techniques that you're doing. Again, I want to thank you for joining me. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do that. Click the little notification bell to get notified when I have new videos out. And pass this on to a friend. If you know somebody who could really benefit from this today, please pass this along to a friend. Check out my website at JackieVanRuler.com, and I will see you soon in a new video.